As for Kurdish forces, are they just tired after so many years? I mean, your understanding is they took money from the United States, the CIA. Now you're welcoming them back to work with.
First of all, the SDF is not only Kurds. It's a mix of Kurds and Arabs and others. Second, when we talk about the SDF, the Kurds and the SDF, they represent part of the Kurds. The majority of the Kurds, they had good relations with the government, and the majority of the Kurds support the government. But this part, which is called the PYD, is the one who's been supported by the Americans publicly, their armament, their money. They smuggled oil together. They are American agents, to be frank. Most of them. I wouldn't say all of them. I don't know all of them. But their policy during the last few years is to invite the American to stay, to be angry when the American wants to leave, and to say we don't want to join the Syrian army recently.
Aren't you saying exactly what Mr. Erdogan would say to me about the SDF?
About them. Actually, Erdogan has his own agenda, which is two parts. His own agenda as Muslim Brotherhood and the American agenda as a puppet. So it's two parts, but they work in tandem, these two agendas. But at the same time, those group of PYD gave him the excuse and the reason to invite Syria. That doesn't mean his invasion is legal. It's illegal in every sense of the word. But they gave him the pretext because he's been announcing for years that he wanted to invade the northern part of Syria, and he wanted to clean that area from the terrorists, and he mean the PYD. They kept give him this excuse. That's what happened. That's why they were to be blamed, but Erdogan is invader.
Okay, but don't you see how NATO, some people in NATO powers may think the one thing we do not want is peace between Ankara and Damascus?
Of course.
And you are participating in that divide and rule system that will have been designed in Western capitals. Yeah. No chance of any meetings with Mr. Erdogan?
With him, it's not raised, I mean, to meet with him. And I don't think while somebody is occupying your land will be the preferred one to meet with. We had some few meetings.
You negotiate with your enemies, not your friends.
Yeah, we are, but not with Erdogan, not me with him, no. It's on the security levels. It happened through the Russians. I mean, it was a tripartite meeting. It happened 2 or 3 times. It led nowhere. So we're not against the principle to negotiate with the enemies, especially when we don't consider the Turks as enemies. The Turks people are our neighbors, and we have a common history. We cannot make them enemies. The enemy is Erdogan and his policy and his country. To be against those groups in Turkey and in Syria, that doesn't mean that we see eye to eye in other aspects, especially after he invaded Syria publicly and formally.